great Christmas season. I wanted to get into the day while I'm warming up, getting ready to get in some training. With everything about my gear that I'm in here with on a daily basis. One, I start out with this right here, and that is the let me give a better picture. This thing right here, myofascial release. I have to use it on my neck and my back and my hips and my glutes to get ready. Um, it helps loosen everything up, but it's compression kind of stimulation, also with blood flow, also helping a little bit with flexibility. So that's one. That's 10 minutes. Let's get into a little bit more of the functional stuff. All right, so this thing on my head, made popular by the head coach of Colorado, Deion Sanders. We call it a do-rag. I call it a skull wrap. Now, what this does is it prevents the sweat from getting into my headphones, JBLs. I love JBL. JBL is a good company. Um, Most of the speakers that I own are JBLs, but these are Project Rock. So these are very, very important to what I do. I don't know if I can't work out without music. I couldn't do it. That's one thing I definitely couldn't do. All right, so next we have these arm gauntlets. Now I started working out with these probably about a decade ago. What these help with is I developed tendonitis in my elbows um, in 2013. So the main thing with these is to help with compression around my arms. So when I start training, it takes a little bit of pressure and helps with the blood flow on my elbows, which I need. So since I started using them, I haven't had really any problems with tendonitis. So they help out a ton. Now, so I'm about to close a little bit. So this is Reebok. I like the tri-blend shirts, but I always wear a top shirt, then underneath a tank, a top shirt, then underneath a tank, uh, because who knows what the weather's going to be or how the temperature's going to be in the gym. So I always like to, if it gets too hot, I have another layer I can take off to help my body breathe a little bit. Um, Shorts, same thing, but I'm not taking off the shorts. But I usually go a compression short underneath and then another short on top. But one of the main things about this doing training is compression. You want as much compression on your body as you can, especially as you get older. I feel that it helps a lot. It is nice to wear loose stuff, and during the winters, even though it's just warm outside today. During the winters, I dress usually a little bit warmer when it's colder outside. Trying to think what else. Next one I want to go through my pre-training routine. So I go and I have about three different topical things I put on, especially my neck. I got a couple car wrecks a couple years ago, so I do have still neck problems, but it's very important that my neck stays loose because I can't. If I don't brace for a sneeze, I go back to square one. So that's also very important. So I'm going to go through those on the next one. But as I get ready to get after it, thank you for watching the channel, Pups, Supps, and other stuff. I would like to continue to keep doing these, and I will. And more on just the basic fitness side, but also check out the podcast, Banging and Clanging podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts. Talk some wrestling, talk some fitness, and also the Game Over podcast, talk some football. Thank you all again for listening, and I hope to be back. This is my Iron Paradise here in Atlanta, Georgia. So go check out some videos, have a good rest of your day, and get after it.